Hi there, Chris here, Chap and the Cap Motolegends, here today to talk to you about a new for 2021 leather jacket from the French brand Segura. I'm afraid, however, the name is so bizarre, I'm just not sure I can tell you what it is. So this is that jacket, the Segura leather jacket, the official name of which we are kind of refusing to use. And that's because in all their wisdom, Segura have decided to call this jacket the Segura Funky Jacket. Now, why they came up with that name, how they came up with that name, I don't know. But all I do know is that if you want someone to perceive some qualities within your product, you don't use those qualities as the name of the product. So, for example, if Mercedes were launching a brand new saloon car, they wouldn't call that the Mercedes Luxury. If Porsche had a new sports car, they wouldn't call it the Porsche Racy. And if there was a new model from BMW, big wide arches, an M series car, they just wouldn't term it the BMW Complete Nutter. That's not how you name products. In essence, this jacket is an updated, upgraded version in some ways of a jacket that was in their range a couple of years ago, and that jacket was called the Stripe. So I believe that the reason that they decided to come up with a new name was they wanted to avoid a situation where people saw this jacket, put it into Google, and then got confused between the old jacket and the new jacket, and maybe the old jacket would be on sale, and people wouldn't know which was which, because the jackets are visually very similar. There are some differences with this jacket. It is an upgrade, and I will explain that to you, but that is my only thinking as to why Segura decided not to use the obvious name. And the obvious name, the obvious thing to have done with this jacket is to call it the Segura Stripe 2. That's what everyone else does. So for example, when Shui launched a new version of the Neotech, they call it the Neotech 2 or the GT Air. The new version is the GT Air 2. That seems to me eminently reasonable and sensible. And actually from this point on, we are going to call this jacket the Segura Stripe 2 because we are just not going to sell a jacket or market a jacket and call it the Segura Funky. So let's just have a look at the jacket itself. The chassis of the jacket is buffalo hide. Buffalo hide has pretty much the same qualities as cowhide. Here around the edge we have a nice rolled edge that's in neoprene, just is going to make it a little bit more comfortable against the neck. Inside it is lined, it has a mesh liner, and they've done that for extra breathability. Now leather's not the most breathable material on the market in terms of outerwear, but if you have a heavy cotton liner on the inside, that's just going to make things worse. So for the summer, it's just going to make this jacket a little bit more bearable, both in terms of breathability and venting, by having a mesh liner in there. There's also a removable 90-gram thermal liner that clips into the jacket. So obviously you're not going to wear that in the summer, but when it's a little bit chillier, you would put that on. One of the differences visually, because there are not many differences between this jacket and the old one, are these pockets here. On the old jacket, there were just 2 chest pockets. On this one, there's 3. So you get 3 chest pockets, 2 lower zipped pockets, 2 internal pockets, and 1 Napoleon pocket. So all I can say is, if 8 pockets in your leather jacket is not enough, I'm afraid you're going to have to shop elsewhere. The jacket, by the way, comes in this colour, dark blue. We really like it. But to tell the truth, we're suckers for any jacket that isn't black. We just get bored of black jackets. So this jacket comes in this colour, comes in a really nice chocolate brown, but also it is clearly going to be available in the ubiquitous black as well. Here on the shoulders, we've got some padding here. This is largely aesthetic. Will it do anything if you come off the bike? No, not really. It's not going to do any harm, but it's not going to really add much by way of absorption of energy. Inside the shoulders here, we've got CE armour, as we have in the elbows as well. There's no back protector supplied, but that's not unusual in jackets these days. There is a pocket for a back protector. Segura don't actually work with D3O, but the pocket fits a D3O T8 protector. So if ever you came to see us or you bought this jacket from us, we would automatically put the D3O in. It's nicer, softer, easier to live with than the armour that Segura recommends. The most distinguishing feature of this jacket, and the biggest upgrade from what we're now going to call the Stripe 1, is its CE rating. This jacket is rated AAA, And that is truly impressive. We would not expect that to be the case with a Cafe Racer jacket. Now, when the guys wrote the rules surrounding EN 17092, they actually made it very clear that when you went from AA to AAA, you should expect some trade-off in terms of comfort for the extra protection that you're going to get. But we've tried this jacket on. I don't think there is any trade-off. Take the armour out of this, take the thermal liner out of this, and it's just like a leather jacket that you picked up on the high street. It is a truly lovely piece to wear. The leather is soft and supple. It's a really comfortable jacket. So coming in with a jacket like this at AAA is very, very impressive. I would imagine that 95 to 99% of Cafe Racer jackets are AA rated. A few are going to be single A rated for whatever reasons, but to have a jacket that looks like this, that wears like this casual look at AAA is something exceptional. So Segura have done very well with this jacket, and as I've said, that maybe explains why they wanted to distinguish this from the old version, the Stripe one as we're now calling it. In terms of looking at some of the other details, all the zips throughout are by YKK. That's always an important consideration for us, because when someone uses YKK, it is clear that they have longevity, they have quality in mind. You can always find cheaper zips, and the more down-market brands use those zips because they are cheaper, but they tend to fall apart after a while. YKK zips, they just don't break. They are the best zips. We have these zips right down at the end of the cuffs here. Now, so what this has with the zip, you can open it up, you can put the cuff of your glove inside there, do it up, and then cinch it with these buttons. Now, we bang on about this as an important feature in a textile jacket, in a waterproof textile jacket, because it's important if you're going out in the cold and the rain, because you want the water to run down your sleeve, not into the glove, so you want to wear the glove inside the jacket. We don't feel quite as strongly about it with a leather jacket, because you're not going to go out normally in heavy rain in such a jacket, and you're not normally wearing a leather jacket in the coldest of weather. But it's still a nice feature, and it means that if you have a glove with a slightly thicker cuff, you can easily get it underneath there. In terms of the stripes, this jacket's got stripes all around it. That was why it was called the striped jacket in the first place. So you've got the stripes here on the sleeves, and you've got the stripes on the back. It's a very nicely shaped jacket. I've mentioned it's comfortable, it's easy to wear, but it's quite nicely shaped. You've got poppers around the bottom line, the hem line, so that you can let it out a little bit, or if you're particularly thin, you can cinch it in a wee bit. The conclusion for us is that this is just a super stylish Cafe Racer jacket, but from what we've seen, it's a particularly safe one. I think it's going to work really well on the bike. It's going to work really well if you end up coming off the bike. But if you are off the bike and walking around, then this is a jacket that I think you'll be able to wear all day. I think it's going to be a lovely jacket to just own and wear and live in, as it were. At £399, I've got to say also, it's pretty much bang on the money. So if you want to see more leather jackets from Segura, or more leather jackets in general, then visit the website motolegends.com. If you want to learn more about this jacket, the Stripe 2 as we're calling it, then if you click on one of the links on the screen, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there, that will take you directly to a dedicated page on the website. Now when you're there, you can check out the spec in a little bit more detail, you can check availability, and obviously if you really like the jacket, you can buy one there and then. When you buy from us, we try to make the process simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on any item of protective wear that you buy from us. Returns are totally free, and what's more, we give you a full 12 months in which to decide whether you do want to return something to us. Now, we have the best price guarantee in the business. John Lewis is rightly famed, or rather was rightly famed for its never knowingly undersold price promise. We go one stage better. If you can find anyone selling anything that we sell at a price that is lower than ours, we will beat that competitor's price by a full 10%. If the retailer is in the EU and not in the UK, we will match their landed price. Now, there are a few terms and conditions associated with the price beat, nothing particularly onerous, but if you are going to price beat us, I suggest you visit the website and check out what those terms and conditions are. If in the future you'd like to see bulletins from us about new products, then if you go to the website, at the top of every page, there's a little piece of script that says newsletter sign up. Click on there, within seconds you'll be in business. In future, you'll receive our email bulletins. If, however, you prefer to get your information videographically, that is to say in this form, we would be simply delighted if you want to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can do that by clicking on the button below. Now, this is 2021. Last year, 2020, we gave away to one of our YouTube subscribers a Mutt's 125cc machine dressed up as a Steve McQueen desert sled. We gave that bike away just after Christmas. This year, we're doing something different. We're going to give away a Fantic 250cc Cavallero Scrambler. We're going to give it away not to a YouTube subscriber, but somebody who follows us on Facebook. So if you would like to win this bike, and it's a lovely little cutie, then go over to Facebook and obviously follow us. I'd like to finish with a little play for our shop here at Motolegends. We are based about a mile from the centre of Guildford, a mile from the railway station, and it's a fabulous shop, but it's a little shop. It's got a small footprint, but it's attached to our warehouse where we have more than £2 million worth of merchandise arranged over 3 floors, and technically that makes this the second largest motorcycle apparel shop in the UK. But we think that we are far more than just the amount of merchandise we have here in the building. We're all about service, we're all about personal fitting. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We've got the highest 5-star ranking in the business. When you come and see us, we'll serve you only the finest Italian illy coffee, or we'll serve you proper Yorkshire tea in a proper teapot. And who knows, if you're lucky, you might even get to try one of Sean's mum's delicious motorcycle-shaped shortbread biscuits. Anyway, this has been Chris. I hope to talk to you again soon.